Welcome back to this special episode of Grown Kids TV with myself, Mike, and Lindsay. We're making this video because it's so important to us that people stop paying these prices for fake Funko Pops. These are obviously fake Funko Pops, and we'll go through all of that in this video. But for example, this Elvis Presley got from Pop King Paul mystery box, $1,200 mystery box. PPG on this is somewhere around $2,000. This is a real Elvis glow chase. If I were to find this on eBay for $1,000, I would buy it. And I'd be like, wow, it's an amazing deal. I'm going to buy this for $1,000. I can easily turn around and sell it for $1,600, make a huge profit, and somebody else can have it for a good price. And maybe that's what these people did. There's a $1,000 sale plus $25 or $20 shipping, so that's $1,050. $900, $900. Those are amazing prices to be able to buy this Funko Pop for. But those are all fakes.
Yep.
Which means people have paid about $3,000 in just 3 Funko Pops for fake Funko Pops. And the easiest way to tell, real quick, we'll just pull one up. Is look at that side. Look at that side versus this side. And if that didn't come out, we'll put a picture up there. We want to make sure that you guys have the tools you need so this doesn't happen to you, and you save up $1,000 for the Funko Pop that you love so much and end up buying a fake. Stay tuned. In our last video, you saw us do side-by-side comparisons as well as a fake Funko Pop in our hand versus real ones on eBay to see how to spot differences. In this video, we're going to teach you how to do that without either Funko Pop in hand. So we're going to put Elvis aside, and we're going to bring up the one that we talked about yesterday, which is the Lotso Funko Pop. And how we did this when we first got it, before we even looked at the Lotso Funko Pop, we could figure this out by doing this method. What we do is we go to, and we got the screen recording up here. First, we go down here on the desktop version, and there's a sold item. So we click on sold items. We find something that is sold. That is what we're looking for. Now, we want to compare the bobblehead real versus the bobblehead fake. So we come down, scroll down, and we find a high price version that might be real, it might be fake. Let's open that one up in a new tab. And this is how we do a side-by-side comparison. We get one that's most likely real, and then we go back to the search page, and what we're going to do is we're just going to scroll down to the lower priced ones. Here's $47. And let's see, this one says vinyl bobblehead. So this is the vinyl bobblehead. And what we're going to do is, if we had no clue about this, we would take these side by side. Get them in their own windows, and we would compare them. Alright, so now we have these side by side, and we'll put real and fake above which one's real and which one's fake. If you guys watched our video yesterday, they'll know some things to look out for on this particular Funko Pop. So what are some things on the very front here, Lindsay?
The inconsistent border, and it is a much darker box.
Exactly right. So you can see that in the 13 versus the 13, inconsistent border versus a consistent border.
You can also notice that the one on the left does not have the little space on the neck for the bobblehead.
Sometimes that might be the camera angle, but in this case, it doesn't have the space for the bobblehead neck. It also, what doesn't have down here, Lindsay?
The stand.
That doesn't have the base. Now, we can see the bobblehead here clearly, but based on the angle, we can't see if the stand is there. But we're going to keep going and see which one's real and which one's fake. Now, we can pretty much guarantee this guy's fake because 1, it was a very low price, and 2, we already see the inconsistent border. Now let's look for the telltale sign. There it is. The side has lots of spaced out, and the 13 awkwardly spaced out. And let's take a look at the one we suspect to be real. A much better Lotso, and a definitely better 13. So there's our side angle. Also, you can see like you know, a more orange, better fade on the pop and a much better fade over here on this pop. But again, different lightings that people take, it is sometimes harder to see. We can also see here, side-by-side comparison, the darkness. And then we go over here, and let's check out the big giveaway, which is the bottom besides the side Lotso. Now we got bottom here, and Lindsay, what are some big giveaways that we saw and learned in the last video?
The bottom is obviously darker. There's a comma after Washington.
Yep.
And there's no sticker.
There's no JJL sticker. So darker, glossier, no JJL sticker. It's got the comma after Washington. So there's a side-by-side comparison you can do at your house without ever having either Funko Pop in your hand. And to be fair, we did have a little bit of heads up on this one because we had the fake. We looked at this yesterday. Let's go ahead and take a look at one that I learned about today. All right, so we're going to do this full one from the start to the finish so you can see exactly where we clicked and what we clicked. Today, there was a question on Collecting with Dr. Applesauce Facebook group, and it was a question that comes up quite often. Legit check. Is this Funko Pop legit? And it was the Winter Soldier, and I've never owned a Winter Soldier Funko Pop. I didn't know anything about spotting the fakes, and I wanted to test myself and see, hey, could I look at this real quick on eBay, pull up 2 pictures, and see if I could immediately find a difference. So what we do is just click in Winter Soldier, and you can see we did look this up earlier. Winter Soldier Funko Pop, and this one is number 44, and you can see that from his Facebook comment that he posted. And we pull it up, and immediately, first one we see is a definite, obvious fake. The red flags, it's got the China from Hong Kong, 11 have sold. It's $25. I don't know what the PPG on this, but it's probably $100 to $200. So we're going to open that up, and that's this is probably, and definitely in this case, a fake. Then we're also going to sort by highest price here. And we're going to find one, let's just go to sold. And here's one. It sold for around $200. And again, we're going to pull up side by side and see if we can tell the difference. So we have what we think is, well, definitely in this case, we know it's a fake. And we have what we think might be a real one. Now remember, people sell fake ones for very high prices, so it's not always a guarantee that the one you're clicking on is going to be a real one.
Yeah.
You can see this one on the left, the fake one, is definitely darker.
Yep.
And let's just continue through. Now remember, the bottom is always a good giveaway and the side is usually a good giveaway. So we'll pull up the side here. And we'll pull up, and if they have a side picture. And here, what do we see, Lindsay?
You can tell on the fake one that the lettering is a little more spaced apart and seems a little...
It just seems off.
Yeah. Like when you first see it, you're just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's too spaced apart.
Yeah.
And if you were to look at this just by itself, it may look good.
Yeah.
But when you pull up a real one next to it, then you can start to easily see the differences. What else?
44.
44, that's the big giveaway here.
Yep.
This is a pretty good 44. This is a very spaced apart 44. This has a darker box again. Now let's go to the second biggest indicator, which is the bottom. And like we said in the last video, a lot of people go, hey, that's got a JJL sticker, 100% authentic. But that's not true. Remember, these are evolving. The fakes are getting better. Mm-hmm. This fake has a JJL sticker. This real one has a JJL sticker. But even if it is upside down, you're looking at it, you can tell the difference here. What do we see here, Lindsay?
On the real one, the JJL sticker, like all the letters and numbers are a little bit closer together than they are on the fake one.
And there's an obvious space between JJL and the number.
Yep.
As where the fake over here, the letters are kind of a little bit shorter and they're spaced apart more evenly and more spaced apart. So that is one big giveaway. Now, if you guys don't know what this means, is this JJL sticker is the year, the month, and the date. So this is 2014, January, and it's the 11th of January. So this means that these two Funko Pops rolled off the assembly line the same day. So they should be exact same copies. What do we see on the barcodes, Lindsay?
The 3 on the fake one is a rounded 3, and then on the real one, it's got a flat top.
Yes, a flat top, sharper angle 3 on the real, and a round 3 on the bottom. If these were made by Funko the same day, they most likely would have the exact same box, the same font, everything the same.
Yep.
So that's a good way to just bring up 2 pops that you've never seen before, find a low obvious price fake one, and then find a possible real one, and then take a look at the differences. And that's a great way, if you ever want to buy a pop, to bring them both up and do a side-by-side comparison without ever owning any of them. So what if a seller is using pictures they stole from an authentic pop? That can also be an easy way to get trapped on eBay, because you don't know any better.
Yeah.
They have real pictures.
Yeah.
You buy it, you expect to get a real Funko Pop. So let's just do a very faked Funko Pop, which is Ghost Rider Metallic. So here we have 2 very different Funko Pops. Same Funko Pop, but they're different. This one, most likely the fake. It's on bids right now. It is from China, and this seller has 98% positive feedback. That's pretty good. We're going to take a look at sellers a lot. But this only has 1 picture, and that looks decent. I mean, I won't be able to tell with the naked eye if this was...
for 1 picture.
Yeah, so let's say you buy this, and you get it, and you immediately realize it's fake. What can you do?
Return it.
Return it. You can always return it if they don't claim that it's a fake. And so you go down description, you read the description, and if it says that it's a custom or a replica or a copy, then that's a fake.
Yep.
And they're admitting it's a fake. Don't buy those. If it doesn't mention anything about that and you message them, you're like, hey, is this a real pop? And they're like, hey, it's real. Then you can always return it as item not as described. Don't get caught with that. So this only has 1 picture, so this might be real, it might be fake. I don't know. What I can do to help me figure it out is look at the seller. What is the seller selling? What do the pictures look like? So what's the first thing that pops out at you, Lindsay?
Well, they sell a lot of commonly faked pops.
That's one thing.
And the next thing that pops up, a lot of their backgrounds are different. They might have a couple that are the same, but they're not all consistent.
Most sellers on eBay, and we'll bring up our store here, most legitimate sellers on eBay will have a setup for the different types of things. For example, here we have our clothing. We use a white background for most of our clothing. And then for our Funko Pops, you can see here, we use a black background because it's a good contrast, and you can see all the mini flaws and stuff on the edges.
Yeah.
So if you scroll through Funko Pops, hey, they all have the same background. We use the same setup. So when you go to this seller, you got this marble looking background, a white background, stock photos. You got Funko Pop background, you got pajamas or bed sheet background. So chances are this seller is taking other people's pictures and using them. Another thing you can easily do whenever you question a seller is look at their feedback. So you can click on negative feedback, and the first feedback is, yo, these Funko Pops are not real, it's a scam. That's a big red flag.
Yep.
Now sometimes you get just bad buyers or angry buyers that want to leave negative feedback all the time. That happens. But it's a huge flag if you're looking at somebody who has a bunch of faked pops, different backgrounds, from China, has a, hey, these are fake Funko Pops review. You got to do a little bit of research when you're spending money, especially if you're spending that money, for example, those Elvises. Let's go check out that seller's page. $1,000, $900, $900. That's a lot of money for fake Funko Pops.
Yep.
What's the big key giveaway here, Lindsay?
They're all the same picture.
They're all the same picture. So let's go ahead and click on one. We'll go to the seller. And this seller has 100% positive feedback.
Yep.
So it's not always, hey, they have good feedback. It's not always, hey, they're a top-rated seller. So let's go look at all their items, and we'll sort by highest price. And you can actually go through individual sellers and look at their sold items, at what they have. You can search inside here. So this looks pretty good. You know, I don't see a bunch of commonly fake things. It's just newer Funko Pops, stuff like that. let's go check out their sold listings. This is where you immediately see a discrepancy. $1,000, $900, $900. You know, hey, there's a soda chase. That's not a fake. That's a pretty good one. Let's keep scrolling down. The same picture, the same Elvis pop, $99.
Sold right around the same time that they were selling it for $900.
So they'd sell one for $900, sell using the same pictures, another one for $1,000, sell one for $30, or sorry, $100. So this is ridiculous. And if you just want, you know, let's just click on one of the listings. And there's that fake side.
Yep.
This breaks our hearts to see that somebody paid $1,000. And not just one person was ready. There were 23 bids from multiple sellers trying to buy this for $1,000. That's what this video is about, is trying to make sure that somebody doesn't spend $1,000 on this Elvis.
Yep.
But this isn't how to spot just this Elvis. This video is how to look at all the different things, compare pictures side by side, look at the seller, look at where it's coming from, look at their feedback, what other things the seller has sold and is selling, and try to see if this is a legit seller. Earlier we were going through our Lotso listings and we were looking for some that were fake, and we found that one seller is constantly selling these fake Lotsos, like a ton of these. And they pass a lot of the checks. First off, and we're not going to censor our name here, this guy's on blast, Sharpie Lover, right? So you look at all their items. Hey, these are some good pictures. These are good pictures. They have blue background. This seller is 100%, let's just go back to this page, 100% positive feedback. They are a top rated seller.
Yep.
When you go to their items over here, it's top rated plus, which is kind of hard to get. You have to have good ratings. You have to have consistently good ratings. We pride ourselves because we're top rated.
Yep.
This person is a top rated seller and they have fake Funko Pops. First thing you do is you scroll and you see, hey, Lotso's commonly faked, Tony the Tiger's commonly faked, Dr. Manhattan's commonly faked, Indiana Jones commonly faked, Medusa's commonly faked, Martian's commonly faked. So let's look at sold listings. And like we said, you can just type in Funko and it'll search only their store. And it looks like they have some legit pops. But let's go ahead and search highest price first.
Loch
Ness Monster, very commonly faked pop. Lotso, B.I.G., Loch Ness, B.I.G., Indiana Jones, Ghost Rider. I'm willing to bet that if I click on this and open it up, that the bottom is going to have a Warner Brothers symbol on it. This is a Marvel pop, and all the SDCC ones, all the metallic ones, the real ones say Marvel on the bottom. The fake ones all say, right now that I've seen, all say Warner Brothers. So I get over to the picture of the bottom, and there it is, a glossy, wonky JJL Warner Brothers Funko Pop. That's a fake Funko Pop.
Yep.
That 43 bids, $163. Somebody wasted $163. So we go back to Sharpie Lover's page, and we also say, hey, Tony Tiger, is that a commonly faked pop? Yes. And the way to tell this one real easily is there's no TM by Kellogg's. So there's usually a TM by Kellogg's and a TM by Frosted Flakes. The fake one does not have a TM by Kellogg's. And then on the bottom,
the JJL sticker is printed on, and we have not seen any that start with JJL printed on.
Now they may say DRM that are printed on. Mm-hmm. I think maybe FAC, I don't know, but the DRM ones are printed on. I've never seen a JJL sticker that's printed on, or JJL.
Those are always stickers.
For example, the Elvis has a JJL sticker on the bottom. So a printed JJL, that's a huge red flag. The trademark thing that we talked about, huge red flag. So even though the seller has consistent backgrounds, 100%, top rated plus, and I bet his feedback is a lot of people saying, hey, thanks for the pop, good shipping time, blah, blah, blah. These are all mostly faked pops. So remember, if you go to a seller's page and they're consistently selling for well under PPG, Ace Ventura, $300 to $500 pop, $132, Michael Jackson, Ghost Rider, $152. That's a $500 to $600 pop. You use all this information. You can use hints like the seller's ratings, the seller's pictures, what they're selling. If they have multiples of very hard to get Funkos, it's very hard to get 10 Latzos to sell.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get that. Some companies pull it off. Spastic had like 10 Kobe's, and they were all legit Kobe's. So there are companies that pull it off. Remember, not one thing just says this is 100% real, and not everything that's fishy is definitely a fake. But when you get everything, like, hey, all these are selling for under PPG, they all have the fake stuff on the bottom. There's a bunch of regularly fake pops. You put all those together and it's probably fake. Remember, this video is about teaching you guys how to check out eBay, how to go to different sellers, how to check out the sellers' backgrounds, what they sell, so you can arm yourself with the tools to avoid being scammed like all these people did, spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on fake Funko Pops. All right, like we said before, we already filmed this and then the video got messed up. So this is our second time filming it. Hopefully we're more streamlined in this one. Last time we were looking around a lot, trying to figure things out. So hopefully this is more streamlined. It's probably still going to be a little bit long, but we wanted to put in the work, even though we had to film it twice. We wanted to put in the work to put in as much information out there as you guys can get to be able to learn for yourself. So not only do you have those videos that say, these two are fake, here's what to look for, or the pictures that say, these two are fake, here's what to look for, but giving you the tools to look at everything you need to make the decision yourself.
Yep. Being
in a community and trying to have big hearts, it's very hard to see people spending thousands of dollars on fake Funko Pops.
Yeah.
So we want to put this information out there. We want to give everybody the chance to not be scammed. And don't worry, after this video, we are going to be getting back into mystery boxes for a while. We just want to put these out because we felt bad. But we finally got our hands on the Mystery Grail box.
Yep, we're pretty excited.
We're pretty excited. Now we know it's a long shot, and we'll talk about that in a video, but we have 4 of them. So hopefully out of 4, we can get one good hit.
Yep. So thank you guys for watching. This is Grown Kids TV.
We'll see you later.